With watching this video, you will be able to use the toolbox of Paint.net. We will show these tools by creating a din-long flyer. We got the preset as shown. Now we want to put in some images and optimize the layout. In the first step, we would like to mark the cutted area. Therefore, we switch to Paint Bucket by clicking the symbol or hitting F. In this mode, we can easily color outlined areas like our frames here. As soon as we switch to this mode, some parameters are appearing at the top side. The fluid mode can be switched between contiguous and global. With using global, the whole layer gets filled with the chosen color. Contiguous just colors the area between chosen borders. Fill is defining the type of filling. Solid color is enabled by default. We could use this for marking our cutted area. We enable forward diagonal, switch to the cutting border layer, and fill the outside with a nice red. We could also choose solid color and play around with the transparency. When filling an area, Paint.net compares the neighbor pixels and stops filling if a specific threshold is exceeded. This threshold can be defined with tolerance. If we go to the blob area layer and fill one of the blobs and start changing the tolerance, we can see that the area is increasing or shrinking. You can also choose different blending modes, as you can see. The next tools we use are the selection modes. We want to place the Wanimation logo on the right upper corner. Therefore, we have to delete a frame and the blob. There are different ways to do this, but we will stick with selecting and deleting. So we switch to the frames layer and choose rectangle selection or hit S. Then we outline the frame and hit the delete button. We switch to the blob layer, choose the magic wand by toggling S or clicking on the wand, and select the area of the blob. Then we adapt the tolerance until the whole blob is selected and press the delete button. Now we are heading over to the images layer and put our logo in. With the paintbrush, we are able to create a new blob behind the logo. Just increase the brush width by rolling the mouse wheel in the size section and configure some alpha transparency. The blob doesn't look nice, so we are deleting it again by using the lasso selection and hitting delete. Now we enable the clone stamp by hitting L and select the area we want to clone with Ctrl and left click. Then we paint the blob behind the logo step by step. Care that you configure your hardness correctly again. Now we want to put in some text. Hit T or click on the text tool. Then head over to the text layer and create your text section. Put in your text. After that, you are able to change the font configuration like in every other text application. We will change font and size and change to center alignment. We actually don't like the blobs. Because we are not sure about, we just disabling the layer, so we have recourse to these if we would need them later on. Now we need another frame, so we switch to shapes with the shortcut OO. Then we enable the comments layer for using the right values and create a rounded rectangle with the shown values at the frame layer. The brush width has to be set to 3 and the corner size to 50. Now zoom in to hit the 500 by 500 pixels easily. Therefore, watch the size at the bottom left side. We would like to add 2 lines at the left and the right. So we go to line mode by hitting O. Then we put in 1 line. Again, we watch the size at the left bottom side, because we don't want an offset in the x-axis. After drawing, we are configuring the line and put these values to the command layer. Now we are copying this line to the other side. We are selecting it with the rectangle selection, copying and pasting it with hitting Ctrl and C and Ctrl and V. Then we move it to the other side by switching to Move Selected Pixels with hitting M. For that, we look at the Y position of the selection and put it on the same height on the other side. Recoloring can be used to fill color behind the already drawn objects. We hit R and recolor the lines to show the effect of this tool. But because this isn't looking nice, redo that. We are not explaining the pencil, the rubber, the color picker, the zoom and the pen because they are commonly easy to use. The last tool we want to show is the gradient. By hitting G, we activate the gradient. Now we are able to put a gradient on the chosen layer. By default, it's heading from the primary color to the secondary color. But we are able to choose transparency mode for creating a gradient from the secondary color to transparency. Furthermore, we are able to select different gradient modes and to repeat it over the layer. At the end, we are adding some images to get a nice flyer. That's all about the toolbox in Paint.net. If you like our tutorial series, please subscribe. Furthermore, it is possible to support us on Patreon. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for watching. For further information, please visit our website or get in touch with us.